Today, I'm going to talk about why you need to cut off your day one friends and how they're holding you back. Um, the people that hold you back the most in life, they're not the people that you think are your enemies or, you know, it's your best friends. And if you're unwilling to admit that, you will never become who you're meant to be. Uh, Not a lot of people talk about this because it's like a betrayal to your friends. But um, when you watch these self improvement videos, they're all like, "Oh, cut off toxic people." Um, but when you reflect and think about that, a lot of those toxic people are the day ones in your life. They're the ones pulling you down. Um, and I've seen this. I've gotten rid of relationships that I thought they'd be my buddy for life, and it was a great decision. Um, every group, every friend group or whatever you call it that you associate with has a level. There's a standard within that friend group. Um, Most of the time, who you're friends with, you're gonna have the same ambition, same habits. You're gonna talk about the same things. You're gonna get the same outcomes basically in whatever you do with them. And it's not like a rule anyone sets like you all have to be the same, but it just kind of happens that way. Uh, because it's like normalized by the group. There's no standard or higher standard than what you are currently. When you're part of your original friend group or a group of friends that are holding you back, yeah, you won't grow unless every member of that group grows. And most people just don't want to grow. They don't want to get better. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Jim Rohn on YouTube. He's like totally autistic, but he's like a dude from like the 60s, 70s, 80s. One of the motivational guys. And his big thing is you're the average of the five people that you're around um, all the time. And, you know, normally he has a lot of motivational fluff, but that's not really motivational fluff. I mean, that's kind of real. Uh, when you're at the group's level, it's comfortable. Um, and comfort is the enemy of becoming who you wanna be. And then another reason why you need to cut off your day ones is when you start to rise, they'll pull you back down. If if you start doing something different than them, um, like getting in shape or start a business, you stop drinking, you stop doing the things that they were doing, or start doing things that they're not doing. You start leveling up. The group's gonna notice. They're gonna be like, "Why does this guy think he's different?" And it shifts your relationship with them. Um, and it's not gonna look like hate, or it's really just gonna be jokes in the beginning. And um, you know, people will say you changed or whatever, switched up. And what it is really just envy. It's not always conscious either. A lot of it's subconscious. But when you start moving differently and they're standing still, your growth intimidates them. It's like a mirror to their stagnation. And like that could be an uncomfortable thing for a lot of people. Um, so instead of like deciding to try to rise with you, because that's my like one of my biggest mistakes is like, yo, boys, let's do this. And nobody wants to do it. It's instead of rising with you, they'll just try to bring you back down to that level. And I've seen it happen in my own life. People, when you're ambitious, people get intimidated by it. I don't like to share my wins or like anything I do. I give people very limited information. Because, when you put your goals out there or you tell people exactly what you're doing, it's a source of tension. And when the people you're closest with start to feel threatened by you, you're either going to shrink back down to their level or you're just going to leave them. Like, keep going or just lose them. It's the only options. And when you go to cut off your day ones, the OG homeboys, it's going to be really hard. Like, fuck a breakup. You're getting rid of your boys. Like, it's a dilemma that you got to deal with. Don't buy cheap cigars. These things fucking suck. But, when you go to cut off strangers or someone you met recently that you're like, ew, I don't like that person, like, it's low-key easy. But day ones is like, they know you well. It can be a different level of hard cutting that relationship. And it's just, you're going somewhere different. You got to remind yourself. Loyalty is not staying small together. It's like real loyalty is just growing together. And if they won't do that with you, the friendship is conditional on you staying the same. Don't change. Like, be the same person, and we can be friends. When I like cut off all my like day ones, like, I mean, shit, it's lonely. You're gonna be isolated, and it's you feel like you have no one. But on the other side of loneliness is the version of yourself that you could be. You wouldn't be able to build yourself into that guy you want to be unless you go through that period or that phase. It's like essential. You can't become a new man while keeping every relationship built around the old you. So who are you going to be looking for on the other side of that loneliness gap between cutting off your old friends and trying to find some new ones? The goal is not to be alone. Should be for a while, but it's not the goal. It's to find people who are already where you want to be, or who are like genuinely moving the same direction. And those guys exist. They're just not in the same rooms that you're in yet. When you meet friends with higher purpose, like, they don't like comfort. They'll challenge you. They'll critique you. They'll share what's working in their life, and you can share what's working in yours. You can swap ideas. And, there's kind of an accountability thing because, again, you rise or fall to your group standards. And so if you have a group of higher purpose people, you're either going to rise or not be in the group. Yeah. It's like, you got to audit your circle. Don't judge them. You know, people are people, but you got to get honest. It's what's costing you to stay where you're at. You know, the people I told you, like I told you guys at the start, the people holding you back are not your enemies. They're they're your best friends. I It's a difficult thing to kind of realize, but you have to realize it. The moment that you stop trying to protect these old relationships and just kind of let them fester out, you'll stop staying small. And again, the man you want to become is on the other side of loneliness or being alone for a little while. Because you can't grow without first being isolated. I mean, if you look at great men of the past, they all have a period of fucking going and being lonely. I mean, even Jesus went up to on the mountain before he was crucified to pray. He went away. Yeah, just hit different. Subscribe, share. Yeah, and I'll see you guys on the next one.